Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jamie and I'm so glad you could join me. You're watching Let's Get Luxe and this is my second YouTube video. So for those of you who watched my first YouTube video, I took you along with me to buy my first luxury handbag, which ended up being a Louis Vuitton Neverfull GM. So I hadn't planned on doing any other unboxings or reveals in the near future. I was just gonna live it up with my Neverfull GM and be very happy. But something has come up, and so I'm excited to have this opportunity to show you something new that has entered my life and to get your advice about if I'm crazy for thinking about keeping it. So when I took you along with me to Louis Vuitton, there was part of that trip that I did not include in my video because it just didn't seem relevant at the time. However, it has now become very relevant. So I'm going to share with you the story behind what else happened in that Louis Vuitton store. When I was deciding which bag would be my first luxury handbag, I was doing a lot of research and I was visiting stores to try on different bags. And a friend of mine asked me to look for a particular handbag that she had been on the hunt for but could not find for the life of her. There was a huge wait list. It was never in the store. It was never on the website. And so I told her if I ever saw it, I would let her know. And she said, "Don't just let me know, buy it on the spot and I will pay you back." Whenever I would visit a Louis Vuitton store, I would ask around for the bag that she wanted. She and I were having the same luck. I just couldn't find it anywhere. However, when I went to the Louis Vuitton in Washington, D.C. to get my Neverfull GM, the first bag that I saw in the store was actually the one that she wanted. So I called her, I texted her, and of course it was like the one day that she was not getting my messages because she wasn't with her phone. So when it got to the end of my visit in the store and I was buying my Neverfull, I thought, I have to buy this bag for her. So I got her bag and I figured it's no risk. I can just return it if she doesn't want it. When I finally reached her and I told her the amazing news, she told me that she had taken the money that she had set aside to purchase this bag and she had spent it on something else that she had already been using and she couldn't return. So basically, she didn't have the money anymore for this bag. I think it slipped her mind to tell me because she had just given up on it and she figured we would never find it. So it was no big deal. I just figured I would return it to Louis Vuitton. Then I thought, there are so many people who've been wanting this bag. What if I went on the Facebook page, I think it's called Louis Vuitton Addicts, and post it and see if anyone wants to buy it. So I was sitting at my kitchen table and I just unboxed it and I took the dust bag and I was putting the dust bag down and putting the bag down so I could photograph it. And so I picked up the bag and you will see now what it is. It's a Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis, and I swear this bag whispered to me, "Try me on, it's no big deal, you're not gonna wanna keep me, you're so happy with your Neverfull, and just see what all the fuss is about." So I don't know what I was thinking, but I tried on the bag, I tried on the Pochette Metis, and of course it looked amazing because it's a wonderful, amazing bag. So yeah. I think I'm gonna have to keep her. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna have to happen, is I'm gonna have to keep her. And I'm feeling a little bit torn about it, and it's really because I'm a planner. I plan things, and when I first got into this luxury game and I decided I was gonna buy luxury handbags, I did a lot of research. I had a list of bags and how much they cost and when I should think about buying them and what purpose they would serve in my life. And I have to tell you, the Pochette Metis is ruining my plan. She is ruining my plan. I'm not gonna lie, I do love a ruined plan on occasion because who wouldn't love this? But I'm learning the lesson that you can plan and plan and plan, but every once in a while something's gonna come along and steal your heart and the plan's gonna go out the window. So anyway, let me give you a quick tour of this bag so you can see how fabulous it is up close and personal. And then I'll give you a quick rundown of some of the pros and cons that I anticipate with this bag, though of course I can update you once I've had a chance to use it. So the bag is 9.8 inches in length, 7.5 inches in height, and 3.5 inches in width. And as you can see, we have a bit of an accordion shape here, so it's a little tiny bit expandable. And we have 3 materials at play here. Obviously, we have the classic Louis Vuitton monogram canvas. It also comes in the reverse monogram and in the empreinte leather. In addition to the canvas, we have the vachetta leather at the front tab, on the sides where the strap connects, and then of course at the top for the handle. The vachetta leather is, of course, the Italian untreated leather that will patina over time and turn into a beautiful honey color. We have the golden colored metallic pieces at the front for the S-lock, for where the strap connects and as part of the strap as well. If you just click on this right tab, it will open the bag, and inside you will have the man-made microfiber in brown. There is an exterior pocket here with a zipper. Of course, the zipper has a Louis Vuitton. I believe that the original Pochette Metis had a Vachetta tab here, but they got rid of that for the other models. And then if you open this zipper pocket, you will see that the interior is also the brown microfiber. So 3 pockets in the interior of the bag, 1 big pocket, a second big pocket, and then a smaller pocket. The strap is removable and adjustable and also comes in the monogram canvas. And it's amazing all the different details. So this strap has Louis Vuitton written on the hardware, just as the S-lock has Louis Vuitton written on the hardware. And here on the sides, again, same thing, Louis Vuitton on the hardware. So obviously, I haven't had a chance to use this bag yet since I was just about to sell it, but there are some pros and cons that I've heard about just from doing research on luxury bags in general. You really can't avoid this bag when you're doing research on luxury goods because a lot of people own it and love it. So here are just some of the things that I'm anticipating in terms of pros and cons. So one con, actually, some people might not even consider this a con, but the Vachetta leather is untreated leather and therefore is prone to water stains. I'm probably honestly going to spray it with Apple Guard because, you know, you just never know. I might get cut out in the rain. My boys might decide to have a water gun fight all of a sudden inside. I mean, you honestly just don't know around here. Even though we try to discourage that kind of behavior, you just never know. So I think I really am going to spray this, and hopefully it will not only protect it from water staining, but also I really like this light color, and I know that the Vachetta leather is going to patina over time and turn a beautiful honey golden color. And I think that gives the bag character. But for the time being, if I can, I'm going to try and keep it as light as possible for as long as possible. The second con is that it doesn't have any feet. Now actually that doesn't really bother me because I think if you had feet it would change the look of the bag. But that being said, if I want to avoid wear and tear on the corners or on the bottom, I think I'll just be extra careful about where I put this bag and how I set it down. The third potential con is that, from what I understand, even though the S-lock has a plastic dot here instead of a metal dot, the lock does have the potential to get scratched when you're closing it because this piece will rub up against the metal. I have heard a lot of people say that this gets very scratched up. Luckily, when you're looking at the bag from afar, you can't really tell, so if it's on someone's shoulder, you won't necessarily be able to tell, but that is one of the potential issues. Another potential concern I have is that some people have had issues with the S-lock breaking, not staying closed or something of that nature. I'm definitely going to be careful with the lock, but also on the lookout for anything that might be going wrong with it in case it does need replacing. And then finally, one of the cons that I've seen with this bag is that there have been issues in the past. I've seen many reviews that talk about glazing issues. And there have been a lot of instances, especially with the early versions of this bag, where the glazing has cracked and then caused cracks in the canvas. And so that has been an issue on the earlier versions of the bag. I would say the 2 issues that have really been plaguing this bag have been the S-lock issue and the glazing issue. Now, from what I understand, Louis Vuitton, number 1, will take care of those problems if you have them. So if something like that happens to your bag, they will fix it or replace it or give you store credit. In addition, they have been improving this bag over time. So they're taking issues as they arise and then trying to fix them in subsequent versions of this bag. So I'm hoping that this one, because it's new, will not have those problems, but you know, we'll see, and I'll certainly bring the bag back if I do have any issues. So now let's move on to the fun part, which is why I really am loving this bag. So number 1, it's beautiful. I just love the look of it. I think it's very chic. There are 3 ways you can wear it. One is with the top handle here. And this is actually my favorite look. I don't know how much I'm actually going to be able to use this look because I usually need my hands to juggle other things like the kids, but I love this and I aspire to carry this bag in this way. But until then, that's where the strap comes in handy. So you have this wonderful monogram strap that you can wear either on your shoulder or as a crossbody. So just for reference, for the modeling shots, I am 5'6" and 1/8", and the strap is currently on the 6th out of 7 holes. And that brings me to my next point, which is that I love that the strap is removable and adjustable, particularly removable, because I was thinking about in the future getting a couple of other monogram canvas pieces, including the Pochette Accessoire and the Favorite MM. Now they come with their own straps, but I think that the straps are vachetta leather, which, as we've mentioned, is a little bit more high maintenance than the canvas, and I think that they have different lengths. So now I have the option of using this strap on those pieces in the future should I be lucky enough to get them. I feel like having the removable strap will make my future bags just as carefree as this bag will be. So in addition to its beauty and its strap and the versatile ways that you can carry it, I also love how roomy it is. I really don't travel light, even when I'm not going to work, even when I don't have the kids. I like to have my stuff with me, and I tend to have a decent amount of things. I actually think they'll fit in this bag quite well. So another thing I love about this bag is the zipper in the back. I just think this is so functional. I can easily fit a small thin wallet in here, like a card case. I could fit my cell phone in here, and I think it will make it very easy to access things I need without opening the entire bag. So when I talk about my plan and the bags that I had planned to buy, they really tended to be the classics. So we're talking about the Louis Vuitton Speedy and the Louis Vuitton Alma and the Chanel Double Flap and the Hermes Kelly. Well, maybe. But anyway, so you kind of get the idea of what I was going for. It wasn't necessarily the bags that were the newer ones. It was really the well-established bags. So as you can see, this doesn't really fall into that category. That being said, I will say that its functionality and its popularity make me wonder if this is a future classic for Louis Vuitton. Now, I'm not making that prediction by any means, but I do feel like this has the potential to be something that's around for a really long time. But maybe that's me just trying to make myself feel better. But I really do enjoy this bag. It's really making me so happy, and I just can't wait to wear it. And lastly, one of the things that I absolutely adore about this bag is how it unexpectedly stole my heart. This wasn't even on my radar, and now here we are. And I just think she's gorgeous. Now, I recognize that by keeping this bag, I am putting off some of the other bags that were on my wish list, especially some of those classic bags that I mentioned before. But I'm really okay with that because I like this bag so much. I also figure that because technically my husband bought my Neverfull GM for me for my birthday and for the holidays, I feel like maybe I could buy this one and it could be a gift for me from me. And lastly, I am new to this luxury game, but I really do look at this as a marathon and not a sprint. I already feel like I'm sprinting actually because of how fast I'm moving with these Louis Vuitton bags. This is much faster than I intended to move. But that being said, in the end, it really will be a marathon. And I'm hoping that in the future, I will have plenty of time and opportunity to purchase some of those classics that are on my list. I do have some questions for you. Since I am new to the luxury game, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you're new and just starting your collection like me, if you've been doing this for many, many years, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to know if you think I'm crazy for keeping this bag instead of going for one of the more classic silhouettes from Louis Vuitton or from one of the other fashion houses. I'd love to hear if you think this is going to become a classic in the future for Louis Vuitton. I'd love to hear if you've had this bag and your experience with it. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you have issues with it? Was Louis Vuitton customer service good for you if you did have issues with it? And I'd also really like to hear about any advice you have on styling. So I feel like this is probably going to be a casual bag for me. But then again, as soon as I pick up that handle, I definitely feel like I could dress it up too. So any advice you have on that as well, I would love it. Because yes, I'm on YouTube to share information, but I'm also on YouTube to learn. And I will definitely try and do a review and a what's in my bag in the near future. Not that there aren't tons of them for this bag on YouTube already, but hey, what the heck. Thank you so much for joining me for this impromptu reveal. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please consider liking or subscribing. And don't forget to comment below. I'm so excited to start taking part in this wonderful community and to learn as much as I possibly can as I venture into this wonderful world of luxury. So let's get luxe together, and I'll see you next time. Bye.